Something has been building in the NASCAR world this week, and it goes far beyond lap times or race results. There is a tension in the air that feels personal, the kind that does not stay off the track for long. Two major storylines are unfolding at the same time, and they are starting to collide in a way that could seriously shake up what we see on race day. One started as something small, just words and opinions, but it has turned into something far more personal. The other is about pride, pressure, and a driver who has clearly had enough of the noise. This is the kind of stuff that changes how drivers race each other, and this is exactly how rivalries are born or reignited. It all began earlier in the week when Denny Hamlin spoke on his podcast, Actions Detrimental. He was talking about Kyle Busch, the driver of the number 8 car for Richard Childress Racing, and saying what many fans have already been thinking. Hamlin pointed out that Busch has been going through a rough stretch, and not just recently. He made it clear this has been going on for about 5 years. He even showed some empathy, acknowledging that the situation is not easy, but he did not sugarcoat his assessment either. He said plainly that things simply are not working right now, and that was the comment that set everything in motion. When Kyle Busch heard those comments over the weekend, he did not take it lightly. He fired back hard and without any subtlety. He challenged Hamlin directly, saying that if Denny thinks he can do better, then he is welcome to switch cars anytime. But the line that truly lit everything up was when Busch said that Denny Hamlin can certainly have his life made hell. That is not just trash talk. That is a direct message that says payback is coming on the track, and anyone who has watched NASCAR long enough knows exactly what that means. Busch also doubled down by saying that most people, around 80%, do not know what they are talking about, and he even questioned whether Hamlin himself truly understands the situation. That was a direct shot with no filter, and the media grabbed it instantly. It went viral, fans started picking sides, and this became one of the biggest talking points in NASCAR overnight. Denny Hamlin saw all of this blowing up and responded with visible frustration. He jumped on social media and questioned what exactly he was supposed to do, pointing out that he hosts a podcast and has to discuss relevant topics. He even challenged anyone to show him exactly where he bashed Kyle Busch. He said he feels like he is walking a tightrope, which says a lot because he was not backing down, but he clearly did not expect the situation to escalate this far. He then doubled down on his original take, stating very clearly that anyone expecting Kyle Busch to simply return to winning races regularly is going to be disappointed. He said something has to change, whether it is the car, the setup, or something else entirely, because right now it is just not working. He also admitted he does not have all the answers, clarifying that he is not Busch's crew chief or engineer. He is simply a driver racing alongside him who sees what is happening from the outside, and that honesty is precisely what triggered this entire situation. Kyle Busch did not just respond with anger, he responded with pride, and that distinction matters. This is a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, a man who built his entire career on intensity, confidence, and proving doubters wrong. At Richard Childress Racing, things have not been easy. Results have not matched expectations, and fans and critics have been questioning what is going wrong. So when Hamlin spoke out, Busch did not just hear criticism, he heard doubt, and his response was pure racer mentality. He made it clear that he respectfully disagrees with anyone who believes they are qualified to criticize him or his team. He also pointed out that every driver goes through highs and lows, but what defines a competitor is how they respond, and he is choosing to fight through it rather than fold under the pressure. This is no longer just about performance. It is about narrative, reputation, and a champion who feels like people are starting to write him off while he is absolutely refusing to accept that verdict. Meanwhile, Hamlin, one of the most outspoken personalities in the garage, is standing by every word he said without any apology. The next time these two are on the track together, everything will be different. You do not say things like, "I can make his life hell," and then race like nothing happened. That is not how NASCAR works. That is how rivalries heat up and how defining moments are created. For the championship picture, this tension carries real weight too. If Busch can channel this pressure into performance, he could suddenly find himself back in the conversation. But if the struggles continue, the criticism will only grow louder. And for Hamlin, every move he makes around Busch from this point forward will be watched closely by everyone in the sport. This is NASCAR at its core. Competition, ego, pressure, and drivers who simply refuse to back down.